What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome back to the channel. So today I just wanted to do a video showcasing the kind of the status of the Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 Boba Fett collection, all carded, all graded by AFA. It's crazy. I was able to manage to put them all into the frame, the video, so you guys could see them all laid out. So there are 7 of them. I have 3 of the green card, and then I have 4 of the red card. So I have all 7 laid out here. I'm looking around. I think that's it. That's all I have right now. And so I did a previous video just doing an unboxing video of the 2 recent ones that got back. Now I've noticed something very unique about the Japanese, which I have out here. And one thing I did do before starting the video is I laid them out by the years that they were released. So from 1996 all the way to 1998, which was the last one back there. Now, which is crazy is that going back to this Japanese one that I did a video previously on the unboxing video, I'll show you the label here. So this is a 1996 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red card Boba Fett, and this is a Japanese or Japan release, and then also it annotates that it's a square blister variant of the card back. Now, which is interesting is that of course you can see that it's perfectly squared off and everything like that, but I did notice that all the other red cards are they're pretty much the same. So it's kind of weird that they annotated for that guy, because here you can see that the card, or the bubble, or the blister as they call it over there at AFA, is the same. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy that they annotated for the Japan version, but I'll show you the back. So like I said, this is pretty much the same card back as a US standard Kenner release. So here's a a US standard Kenner one, and then of course this is the Japan one. As you can see, all they did was slap on that sticker at the bottom here. Let me see. So right there, as you can see, that right there, all that's in Japanese lettering is all in, it's just on a sticker. So it's pretty much just covering from the action figures, the vehicles, all the way down, which is kind of interesting. But they did annotate that it is a square blister, which is kind of crazy, because the other one, which I'll show you, I'll put this guy off to the side here. Now this one right here is your typical your regular US release of the Power of the Force 2 card back. This one's a different variant, and that's just with the action figure. He is a half circle, so I'll show you the label here. So this is a 1996 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red card Boba Fett with half circles, or /.01, and he received an 85. But right there you can see that the circles are kind of half right there, and then you have a smaller version of the circles on the other side, but the blister is still the same. And this is your regular typical US standard card back. So they use the same card back for the Japanese, but all they did was add that sticker down here at the bottom for the Japanese release, which is kind of interesting. But this one's just your basic one. The only thing is the variant with the action figure. And I said this earlier in my previous video also, is that there are multiple variants with Boba Fett that I know of right now. One is that he does have the full circles, or half circles, or no circles, and then he'll have a variant where he doesn't have that insignia on his chest plate, or the insignia on his shoulder pad right there on the side. So far I think that's all I've noticed. I think I've noticed one different variant that I saw, and I want to say I saw it on eBay, where it had the same kind of I want to say he had the same right hand. So he had a right hand, and then this other left hand was a right hand. So it was kind of interesting. That was a little I guess I would say not really a variant. It is a variant, but it's more of a factory error on that part. So there's that one right there. And like I said, that is just a half circle. Now this one, the third one here, Now this is a tri logo of the Power of the Force 2 card back, and so as you can see here, it's got that cool tri logo you know, Star Wars logo there, and it looks really good. I love tri logos card backs. And then of course on the front here, for the accessories, like what comes with the figure, it's in multiple languages. So you see it's got the UK language, which is pretty much in English, and then you got it in Europe. I'm guessing that's what E is for, Europe. So I believe that's either in Spanish or something like that, because it looks pretty Spanish to me with the lettering. And then of course you got France, and then you got the Netherlands, and then you got in what's it called, German. So D for Dutchland, so for German. And then of course on the back here, the card back is really different compared to a US. You have those stats, but you have it again in those different languages, and then you have the pretty much the, you know, action figures that were being released at the time. So very cool. I love the tri logo. It's very different from the rest. And of course this one has the pamphlet for the THX. So I'll show you the label here. So this is a 1996 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red card tri logo. This is the, you know, obviously Boba Fett, and this has the THX insert on it, and this one received an 85, so really good score. But those right there, all these three right here, are all released in 1996. And so after that, then in 97, they started releasing the green card here. And so this one right here, this was also in the previous video. This one I recently just got graded, and of course this one, they started doing the green card, and they started kind of changing it. You know, the action figure was pretty much the same, but I guess it was a way to entice, you know, kids to go out there and buy it, because the card back offered something, you know, for the collectors and so forth. So they started doing like the hologram sticker. There is a version where I need to get that doesn't have the hologram, it just has a regular picture like the red cards. And I think that's pretty much it. I believe, of course, and then they did the freeze frame, so they were just adding a little bit extra just to get these figures, you know, just to entice kids to go out and buy them. So here on the label we have a 1997 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 green card Boba Fett, and this is collection 3 with the hollow sticker, and this one received a 70, and that's just because right there that looks bad. But overall, again, they changed the back on this guy. You still get the bio card for Boba Fett, but of course then they added the new, you know, vehicles, and then of course the action figures that were released, and then of course they had a little checklist right here for the kids to check off, you know. So very interesting. So that was 1997. And of course, you know, later on then they started offering something else, which was the freeze frame action slide, which was a little scene from the films that you could actually keep. And you know, they had a booklet that you could store them on and stuff like that. So it was just an addition there to kind of, you know, add on and start collecting for, you know, for the kids out there. So here we have a 1998 when they started introducing the freeze frame action slide, and of course this is Boba Fett here, and I'll show you the labels. So this is a 1998 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 freeze frame Boba Fett, and this one received an 85 plus. So again, they just started adding little extras, you know, to the card backs for collectors out there. And of course this one's a little bit different. They actually added the scene, which is in there in the freeze frame, and then of course the future release of action figures, and then of course they had the special offer for Star Wars fans to get that little booklet so you could add in all the freeze frames in there. So just a way to keep them nice and organized and protect them. But so here we go. So this one's the 1998 freeze frame, and then that's a regular US release. This is nothing really crazy. This is just your regular standard release of the freeze frame. But the next one, which is more of an international release, and this one right here is the same thing, but this is a tri-language So they didn't do a tri logo with the green card. What they ended up doing something different was just going to a tri language, you know, with this one. And of course it's the same action figure, same thing, but everything's different on the card back. Now you have it in 3 different languages, and you still have the same freeze frame. And let me show you the labels. So this is a 1998 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force freeze frame tri-language Boba Fett, and this one received an 80. So again, a little bit different. Back here again, you have the same frame, but what they added, of course, everything's in different languages, so you have it in 3 different languages. So very interesting. So again, now we have the freeze frame, but more of the international release of the freeze frame. This is the tri-language one. And then last but not least is the other one that got released in 1998. Yeah, so 1998, the Philadelphia Toy Expo, they did something special, and of course they did the you know, Jeremy Bulloch kind of like signed Power of the Force 2 Boba Fett card back, which was really cool. This was a, you know, just kind of an exclusive for Philadelphia, the Toy Expo in Philadelphia. And so this is really interesting. So you have, you know, set of Boba Fett, you have the actor there, and then of course it's signed. And then of course this is like this one's number 149. And so this right now is kind of like the latest that I have in my collection, and this is a 1998 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red card Boba Fett Philadelphia Toy Expo, and this one received the 85. So pretty much the same as your regular US standard red card, but this one obviously is for the, you know, this is autographed, and this is to kind of, you know, tribute the actor who played Boba Fett, but the back is still the same and everything like that. Now with this one, there is a green card version of this card right here that has the autograph, and then of course the picture of Jeremy Bulloch. And I believe that was a Japanese Toy Fair exclusive green card. Now I've seen it once, but it was way out there on you know, with the price and everything like that. So I'm hoping that I could obtain one, so that way I would have, you know, the 2 different ones, you know, a red card and a green card. But so far right now, that's all I have right now for the green and red card. As far as the red card, I am missing the Italian. There is an Italian version, and I think the tri logo, I want to say there's a Canadian version, but I'm not really sure. I think the Italian one I know definitely, and I think for the green card I'm missing the non-holographic you know, Boba Fett sticker on there, or the picture. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I just want to share with you guys where I'm at with this collection. I love these card backs. I mean, I know, like I said before, a lot of people are not a big fan of them because they're so bulky, like they bulked up the action figures and so forth, but I love them. And there are like a ton of different variants with these card backs, which are not really too hard, but there are some rare ones out there, like the Italian one. I still have not seen it for sale anywhere, so I'm still trying to hunt that down. But that's pretty much it. I just want to share that. Thank you guys for the support, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.